go.
Cocktails in.
Any questions?
Professor,
Yes, dear.
will there be any extra credit?
I am so glad you asked.
Live from the Strand Theater in beautiful downtown Kansas City, Missouri, where the Yellow Rain Jackets are free and the porn movie reruns are sexy. Bring your lotion.
Oh.
It's Cocktails with Heather.
That's me.
Starring in the role of Papaya Rub and Tug,
Laura, who is substituting for the Papaya Rub and Tug.
that's why see it was so perfect because the Strand Theater is a porn theater.
I've been to a couple of those. Floors are very sticky.
I should have said the Strand Porno Theater, but
Yes, I've been to places where the floor is sticky.
Heather, Dirty Feet pics are available and willing to get married at the drop of a hat. Diane McDonald.
Yes, you can buy my feet picture.
And I, of course, am Captain Dick Pickles.
Yes.
On today's show,
Totally different than Mr. Pickles.
we review wine.
Mm.
I don't know what kind yet, but we will figure it out.
I'll figure it out.
How to break free of self-constraints. And the fetish of the day is feederism, as well as no budget jeopardy.
Yes.
The drink of the day, which is the SHRUB down.
Is that kind of like a chub?
Yes.
Okay.
And we forgot the drink of the day on the last one, so we'll do that, and I can just dub it back in. So,
Okay, fair enough.
Berry White was the drink of the day on the last one.
Oh, but it's spelled different. That's funny.
That's a pun. I was doing it for Joe.
Ooh. Well, he's not here. He had a family issue, so we are recording without Joe tonight. Living us wild and free.
Look at that.
Wow.
Just as the
Free.
song ended. That's
Boom.
perfect.
All right, what are we doing?
What is your wine review for tonight?
I don't know. I put my dirty foot in it, so I don't remember what the wine is. No, actually.
Oh, you played a Diana?
So my wine of tonight, not sponsored by Grocery Outlet, by the way, is the Walking Dead Sauvignon Blanc.
Walking Dead Sauvignon Blanc.
So as we celebrate this Halloween and All Saints Day season, this is the Walking Dead. So the zombie version, I guess, of this. It's a 2016. I was curious because it was labeled The Walking Dead, and of course the areas of the cork look like they've been spattered with blood, which makes me more intrigued. This just says that it doesn't really have any distinct information. It just basically works off of the fact that they have to do with The Walking Dead. So something with apocalyptic something, whatever. Fuck you guys.
Here, I'll read it.
So, okay, go ahead. Good luck.
An epidemic of apocalyptic proportions has swept the globe, causing the dead to rise and feed on the living. In a matter of months, society has crumbled. There is no government, no grocery stores, no mail delivery, no cable TV. Luckily, there is wine. And then you can download their app by Watch the Dead, and you can watch the dead rise by downloading their augmented app. And it's very difficult to read.
Right. It is very difficult to read. So essentially, I got this at our non-sponsor.
Oh, that's cool. You can use your phone for the,
Do you have to download an app?
to download the app, you can just click on the...
I was going to say I could use my phone, just click on it. But so this Walking Dead Sauvignon Blanc is a 2016. I bought it for $3.99 at the non-sponsored grocery outlet. And it says it normally retails for $14.99 a glass. So here's what
A
I'll tell you.
glass, not just a bottle, a glass.
Oh,
A
living
whole- a
wine
whole
labels is
bottle.
what it's called. Living
a
wine.
whole bottle.
A whole bottle, $14.99. So still not super expensive, but for $3.99, essentially,
If in a restaurant, it would be $15 a glass.
at least probably. So at this rate, I got this bottle and essentially drank all of it right after I opened it. I threw it in the freezer. I chilled it really fast, and it was amazing. So for $3.99, I had a bottle of Sauvignon Blanc that I was willing to just consistently down. And it worked well with everything. I had it with some candy afterwards. I ate it with a old Halloween cupcake that was sitting under a cake taker in the kitchen upstairs. And it all worked well. It worked well with everything. So if you are in the grocery outlet stores who are not sponsoring us at this time, and you see The Walking Dead, anything, I would say go ahead and go for it for $3.99 because that is going to be a bottle you will not regret. Unless you're a zombie, and then you won't even care.
All right. Did you try it, Laura?
Nope.
No.
Mm-mm.
Not drinking wine tonight.
I drank all of it. Once I found out that Joe wasn't going to be taking a swig of it, I just finished it off.
Ah, yes. So, on to... Would you recommend it then?
I would definitely recommend The Walking Dead. I thought it was just going to be like a gimmicky type of wine, but it was actually really good.
It looks... The label looks gimmicky. It's very
Mhm.
Walking Dead land, Dawn
Lots
of the
of
Dead,
blood
Return of the Living Dead.
spatters.
And it's a really cool looking bottle. So I guess it's called Last Living Wine.
Because there's only zombies from here on out.
Well, if there's only zombies left, what do you got to do besides drink wine? You might as
I
well
would be
drink
shit fucking
wine
faced.
until they fucking come and eat you, right?
I would drink the shit out of everything I get my hands on.
Living Wines, it's what it's called. Living Wines.
But they're not
of
really living.
Instead of Walking Dead, it's Living Wines. And
So if you're still the living, then you're gonna drink the wine
correct.
before you get eaten and you're dead.
Yes.
So if you want to download the app, go to Living Wines, look it up on Google, download the app, and then you can dick around with the
Then you,
wine label.
Again,
then you can walk to grocery outlet and buy the wine.
Yeah,
Oh,
Walking Dead
I
to the
should
grocery outlet.
add that I have been told so that next week, which is probably like a week past when this will air, are their grocery outlet wine sale, which is 20% off a bottle. So if you're interested in any of that,
20% off $3.99.
right? Which I don't even know what that is. It's like
It's
10
not
cents.
much.
80 cents.
You can get it for $3.10, 19 cents.
That's a good deal.
Woo.
If you can drink the whole bottle, then you can get drunk on $3.
I can get drunk on $3 anywhere I go.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
I know you. You need more than $3 of
That's
alcohol
my-
to get
yeah,
drunk.
I
know
that's
you.
right. Well, Thunderbird is only like how much?
I don't know.
It's like $1.99.
Yeah, $2 Chuck.
Exactly.
So, how do you break free of your constraints?
What kind of constraints?
Any constraints that you put on yourself, whether it's success in business, success in personal life,
You gotta believe in
time.
yourself.
and live the life you want to live.
Gotta believe in yourself. I think one of the most inspirational quotes that I ever heard, as I say this, watching Ace Ventura from the side, is sometimes you have to jump and build your wings on the way down.
I'm on entrepreneur.com and they have...
Is that a dating site?
Yes. It's a dating website for entrepreneurs.
How's that working for you?
Not.
Mm.
It's terrible.
Mm.
It's a lot of words. Little
I'm
pictures.
seeing a lot of words right now, so that yeah. I didn't mean to make you choke, Michael. I'm sorry.
That's okay. So they have 4 different things that you can do to break free of your own constraints. Most of these are business stuff, to master time, master your internal triggers.
Mm-hmm.
All human behavior is driven by a desire to escape discomfort, blah, blah, blah.
I didn't look up the Karate Kid. What else do they have?
Remember to track input as well as output. Sure, I guess. What you put in
Whatever.
your body is what you take out of it.
Okay.
Remove the external triggers that don't serve you and use packs to block out distractions, which I don't...
What kind of packs?
I don't know. Packs with demons.
Ice packs.
Ice packs.
I could use ice packs. I could use demon packs too, but nobody wants those. Who wants demons packs? They're terrible. Demons are very rude. Where are you? You're on a tree of life site. What are we doing?
Emotional constraints. Nature, self-love, self-compassion, hope. I was just looking up other things for how to break free of constraints.
What are you trying to break free from, Michael?
I'm not trying to break free of anything.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe being more successful or...
That guy looks happy.
Yeah, getting out of my
Mother's basement.
Yeah. When it comes right down to it, and this could be relationships, this could be anything. Everybody puts constraints on themselves. How in the past were you able to get over the hump of without medicine, without drugs, without anything? How were you able to mentally prepare yourself to deal with and constraints being when you were in a marriage you didn't like, but you didn't know if you were going to stay or go, if you were in a situation, a job situation?
I think for me, a lot of it was, when I've broken through constraints before, was a lot of just sitting with myself and realizing what I was capable of, seeing what was around me and what I created, as opposed to what was given to me, which was very little.
Right.
And seeing that I could do that myself without needing any outside influences kind of brought me over that original hump, is the fact that I'd be okay by myself and wouldn't necessarily need someone else to contribute to that. Am I not talking enough into the microphone?
No, you're talking over the mic.
Because it seems really loud. Mike says I'm not talking to the microphone enough, so I'm going to lift it up. Did you hear what I said before?
Yes.
Okay, so I don't have to repeat it.
I'm not worried about it.
I mean, I can repeat it if you want to.
No, it's...
If you want to hear it twice.
No, you're good.
It's like the repeaters.
The repeaters.
Pete and repeat went down to the river to swim. You fill in who was left.
So, self-reflection for you.
Yes.
What about you?
I have nothing.
You have nothing?
You have nothing to
you-
fucking contribute. Are you fucking kidding me right now?
I don't know what constraints I've come over.
I don't know either. Mike?
Like, I was in a marriage for 25 years.
What about the constraints of your childhood?
What about the job that you had prior to this one?
Oh, do you feel constrained there?
No.
They were just assholes?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you didn't feel constrained at all with that job, considering that the way they treated you or anything else like that?
Yeah, and I left.
What did you do
out.
Yeah, well, what did you do to get out of that situation?
I went crazy.
Beyond
Which is
it.
true. I mean, that's always something you could do too. I mean, let's be honest. That's something.
It's a legitimate. Yeah,
You could be bipolar, and that could happen, and that's what happens to you.
Yeah,
I've managed to dodge that diagnosis by barely keeping myself in check. So that's fantastic.
Laura's missing one of the big ones. Your husband died.
Yes.
How did you overcome that? That's a constraint.
I just dealt with it and went on with life and took one day at a time and looked at it and was like, yeah, shitty things happen and there's nothing you can do about it. So you got to just keep going.
Keep on swimming.
Yeah.
Keep on swimming.
Fucked up shit happens.
She also had me back there. Like,
That's what I mean. Tell the story. I mean, like, when you were dealing with this, okay, here's the constraints that I'm talking about. When you were dealing with Mark and all the shit that went on with that, you weren't in your right mind. So you had to delegate and learn how to do that and get help. How did you realize that you needed that help before everything went to hell?
Well, everything went to hell about October 2 years ago.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And Mark couldn't work. Mark couldn't do anything. Mark was useless.
But to be fair, no one had shared this information with anyone else.
No.
This was all internal.
Yeah. And I just kept going. And every day was like I'm going to lose everything. I'm going to lose my husband. I'm going to lose my house. I'm going to lose everything that's ever been important to me beside my kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I just kept going until all that shit happened. And then I looked around and said, okay, it all happened. Now what? Right? Like, that was that.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is, how were you able to deal with delegating to everybody? Well, mostly Heather. How were you able to deal with delegating all that stuff? I know that you had help in the background. I'm not worried about that stuff. But how were you able to deal with delegating to after the aftermath? We're talking after everything's been said and done, and you have the support of the family to help you out with, home and picking up kids and this and that and the other thing. Okay. But you personally dealing with work, dealing with all the other shit that has to be dealt with, the Social Security stuff, the bills, the this, the that, getting all of that stuff. How were you able to overcome that?
I don't even remember. It's all a big blur. I honestly don't remember pretty much anything after the first year.
Okay, so
it was
and a lot of it was
dealing with
taking over.
It was like I just focused on the next hurdle. Okay, I have to supply all this information to the state to take care of the medical bills. Okay, I have to supply this information to the realtor to deal with the house.
Okay.
I have to deal with giving X amount of information to so-and-so to deal with that. And it was just one thing at a time that I focused on. And I focused on getting that one thing done. And then after that one thing was done, it was the next thing that came on my plate. And it was that thing, one thing at a time. And that's all I could do.
And that's
deal with the one thing that was in front of me that was the next hurdle at a time.
And that's what I'm trying to get at. That's the important shit right there, which is all of the shit that you read online, all these self-help books and whatever else to try to be able to assist you in getting from point A to point B, to jumping over these hurdles to everything else, seem to forget the most basic part of this, which is find help and be able to do one thing at a time while the other people that can handle a little bit more on their plate assist you and be able to keep all the shit in line while you're able to focus. Not to give too much away about Laura and her past and whatever else, but this is how she's had to deal with this for a long, long time. So when she is overcome with so much stress or whatever you're dealing
and
with,
anxiety and
depression, everybody else kind of steps up the game to assist her so that she can focus. And this is what she does. She becomes secular. She secludes herself into this little thing. But we've seen huge difference between, in the last 10 years. We can go almost year by year to see how you've changed over the last 10 years, especially with this last shit that's gone on, and how you are able to keep through it no matter what and focus on and have help with that focus.
You know what the biggest thing is that I always focus on my blessings. What are the good things in my life? Who are the positive people in my life? What makes life worth living? And those are those people and those relationships and those friends. And
she looks at me and I don't know how I'm ever positive.
And that's
how I feel.
What keeps me
not
going.
Looking at you, but I mean, just like, how am I a positive fucking influence?
I'm not positive in any way.
That's what has kept me going over the last, it's been fucking 10 years now.
Yeah.
It's been 10 years. And I've been through fucking the worst shit anybody can imagine in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
And the thing that has kept me going is my family and my friends and focusing on what's really important, not the everyday bullshit that keeps everybody down, and the work bullshit and the whatever bullshit you deal with on an everyday basis. It's who's important to you and what do they do for you and how do they make a difference in your life.
And did you guys realize that Courtney Cox was in Ace Ventura: Pet Detective?
Yes,
Yes,
I did.
I did.
What about you? What have you done to overcome? I've
Overcome
regressed.
what?
I can tell you right away. I've completely regressed on
Request.
purpose.
What?
I've to overcome restraints and stuff like that. I've stopped trying to do that. I've regressed. I went from trying to be the successful sales guy, business guy, blah blah blah, to I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with someone else's bullshit and someone else's stress they're putting on me any longer. I hate that. I hate when people when you go and you take a job and then they want you to do this, but they're not willing to
Accept their own bullshit.
yeah, they're not willing to accept their responsibility, and they're also pushing their emotional abuse onto you.
I don't know.
Yes.
Pretty much everything in my life, I'm like a linebacker. I put on the helmet. I just charge through.
But you've done things. I mean, you've from where you were to where you are now. You know,
Put on the helmet.
Yeah.
Just charge through.
that's not true.
Well, what? I mean, what? What hasn't? What hasn't?
You've taken classes.
Mhm.
You've
Your
educate. You know,
degree.
But
got
I got
your
my
degree.
degree, and it's because I just kind of
that's what I mean.
took it and just pushed through with it. I mean,
Yeah.
and a lot of it was very difficult to push through, but still did that.
I know this is kind of a heavy subject, but
It is, but I'm not a proponent of secondary education. I struggled with it because I get angry, like, this is stupid. No one's going to read what I'm writing.
Yes.
Yes. Why do I even have to justify this? This is stupid.
I wrote like 1,000-word essay on children's TV shows.
I was just
going
gonna
to
bring that up.
child
Yeah.
psychology class.
No one's going to read that.
I'm
not reading 1,000 words of
I-
anybody's bullshit.
I watched 8 children's TV shows and analyzed them for a
Yeah, no,
Essay.
nobody's
Yes.
gonna read that. Nobody gives a two fucks about what's going on. You just have to put that in and check that box so they can check a bigger
No.
box.
and it
That's
wasn't
all
only
is.
that. She had
No.
to go onto a fucking forum and then have
Yes.
everybody.
yeah.
And I
Oh my
can't,
God.
I can't
And
do that. I
one of
cannot
them
do that with
was
college classes.
Rocco's Modern Life, and the title of the TV show was Pipe Dreams.
So they're dreaming about smoking pipes.
Yes.
Well,
I'm
Mostly.
down with
Pipe
this
dreams.
show.
And it
Is that the one with the big fish?
It was about Rocco's Modern Life, and he's like shoving shit down the toilet and it's backing up, and they're like, what the hell's going on? And then like they find out later in the show there's like a fucking fish that Rocco flushed down the toilet that grew into a huge fucking fish and clogged up the pipes.
So they can't shit anymore.
So,
And it all started with Heifer, who was taking a shit.
None of this
Right.
sounds good.
right. That was the show that I wrote about in my fucking 1,000-word essay that my teacher didn't even fucking read, and I got no points for it, and I had to email her and be like, what the hell? I wrote this thing. You better fucking read it.
Yeah. Well, you got no points for it?
No, I did. She finally updated it, and I got all the points, and
Good.
then I have an A in my class. But yeah, she didn't read it initially.
Literally,
It's probably because it was fucking too long to read. Fucking 8 TV shows.
I mean, how many?
8 kids TV
literally
shows.
no one is interested in that. And that's, I mean, anything from my degree to marriages to job changes to client issues to anything. It's just pretty much strapping it. It's almost like you put on the weight. So I guess the best way I can describe it is like if you were a scuba diver, and you are getting in and you're just
Which you
strapping
have
on,
done.
which I've done. You're strapping on extra weight. So I always had to have more weight than I needed to get down because I'm very buoyant. I think it has 110%, nothing to do with the size of my tits.
I was just going to say that.
But I'm sure it's something
your
else.
boobs.
It's not because I'm covered in just fat and not muscle, but very buoyant. So I always had to add extra weight. It's something along those lines of just putting on that weight and just pushing through that. So that's how I've kind of worked everything in my life is just, I equate it to a football thing. You just put on the helmet and you charge through the line. And that's what I've done.
You got to do what you got to do.
Exactly.
Because
So
it's-
whether it's been education, I'm just doing it because, and I'm finishing stuff and finishing assignments because I know that I just need that piece of paper. I need to check that box, or if it's whatever's been presented to me personally or professionally, it's just kind of put on the helmet and charge through the line is how I look at it. Kind of like a tape it up and play type theory. No pussies allowed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, part of the constraints is also, I mean, do you guys want to work a regular 9 to 5 and have weekends off still, or are you? I know something's in the work behind the scenes.
I never have weekends off. I never have weekends off anyways, and I haven't for years. I remember throwing a baby in the car before my youngest was born, throwing my oldest in a car and checking on alarms that went off at offices because that is
Well, but for the
when I
most
was
part,
on
you
call.
still have weekends off.
For the most part.
I mean, I'm talking
right now
like,
as a consultant. I kind of have like I could work weekends and have weekdays off too.
right.
It just depends on where the need is, where the client need is, and where I'm at. So I could be at multiple evening meetings and have mornings off. I mean, it just very
Right.
much depends.
But for the most part, you have a Monday through Friday type of thing.
Kind of.
That's kind of what your schedule is.
Allegedly, yes.
And that's what her schedule is.
First-
I've
You
never
work
had that.
whenever. Yeah.
I mean, I don't.
Every day is different.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you the last time that I had a 9 to 5 with weekends off ever. Honestly,
No. Even with the podcast stuff, it varies. Like obviously you're working right now and it's not a normal day. So
yeah, but I mean, I do
it's dark
something with
outside.
I do something with the podcast every day, whether I'm posting or downloading or researching or whatever. But the constraints that are normal civilized constraints are wake up at whatever time, go to work at 8:00. Your kids have to do this, and we all know that kids are being conditioned to become sheep, little good workers, and nothing more than that. Average people. And
I think my kids missed that memo.
well, but I mean but every kid is going through that.
Yeah.
And the average is different for every generation, but the average is what the ruling class wants, which is you go to work, whatever factory or whatever, you do your thing, you do your 9 to 5, and you do it for 40 years, and you retire, and then that's it. But there's more to life than that shit. And right now, a lot of people are living to work instead of working to live.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And in order to break free of those constraints, most people have to figure if you're happy with what you're doing, then you don't have to worry about breaking constraints. If you're not happy with what you're doing, you better figure out what you want to do and then find out how to get from point A to point B. And the only way to do that is to understand that it's going to take a whole lot of goddamn effort.
Yeah.
And you two are amazing because I found that the amount of efforts that you guys are going through, and look, I'm just support. That's my role right now. I'm a support role.
Absolutely.
Laura, who works and goes to school and whatever else she does, on top of shopping, on top of this, on top of that. And then you do the same thing, which is work, school. But your situation is a little bit different because you got to deal with external forces and baby daddies and all this other stuff.
Oh yeah, and baby mamas.
And that puts a lot of time and effort.
Thankfully, I'm done with the school portion of things. Now it just has to do with creating the family business.
Correct. And that's the behind the scenes stuff that's we're not going to get into.
No.
So, but you guys have managed to be able to do this in the last 10 years that I've watched, that I've been a participant in this family since I've moved back, which is amazing to see the difference then to now, for the most part.
No, I'm down with that.
I was useless 10 years ago.
think
10
we all
years
were.
ago, I was fucking batshit crazy lunatic.
Was it 10?
It
Nine.
was 10.
9.
2010.
9.
Okay, 9 years ago.
9.
Yeah,
9
that's
years. But 10 years ago,
that's
it
the
was
dark
started.
period.
10 years ago was the dark period.
It really was.
It really was.
It was the period that I thought Laura was like really on top of her game.
Yeah, I was on the top
I was super
of
excited.
I
was
had
like,
my
look at
shit
her.
together.
She's got her shit together and she's doing this and she's volunteering and she's working.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about the
Yes.
2030 Club
was-
shit.
You should finally
was-
forgot her shit together. This is awesome. And then
I
I was
was,
like, what?
I was a mom. I was a full-time worker. I was a president of a charity organization. I had my shit fucking handled. Not really.
And when I do that, it's not called bipolar, which is really weird.
Yeah, no, that's called manic.
I wasn't manic. I'm still not manic.
High highs, low lows. That's manic.
I know.
Oh, the high was high.
I'll bet.
It's motherfucking high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would give
The
my
low-
kidney for a manic episode.
Oh, it's amazing.
It's like selling cars.
Yeah,
Selling
it's
cars is manic
amazing.
depression.
You could have my kidney.
I'm not
Oh.
kidding. It's the same as selling a car is the same as heroin or cocaine or anything else like that.
Really?
The high is so high when you sell a car. It's manic depression. You sell a car or you don't sell a car, and you're up and down like that. That's why it's a bad. Not all car dealerships are like that, but for the most part, in a lot of people's experiences, my experiences are car dealerships are like that. Just they allow the manic depression and shit like that.
Okay, let's get on to the interesting shit because we probably bored the shit out of
No one
everybody.
cares about our bipolar bullshit.
Everybody cares.
Do they care about dick pickles?
I don't know. Dick pickles.
Oh.
All right. So, shall we do this? Are you guys ready for low budget Jeopardy?
Yes, we are.
Oh, shit. Not again.
Yes.
Do you have
Okay.
a backside or do you need
Yeah,
more
I have
paper?
a backside. I'm ready.
Okay, I'm ready.
All righty. We have to do the intro. We have to do everything.
Okay, I'm ready.
Ready? Set?
Yep.
Have fun.
That's not the theme to Jeopardy, by the way.
I know. I did it on
Family
purpose.
Feud.
Welcome to No Budget Jeopardy, and now entering the host is our studio, Michael Richard Dawson. I have a clip on time. I suited by Mr. Guy, and I live with my mom in her basement. And welcome to No Budget Jeopardy, where the points are fake and the tensions are high as fuck. Here are the rules. There are 5 categories, 3 questions per category. Once you select a category, you must finish all the questions in that category before moving on to the next. And always answer in the form of a question. For final No Budget Jeopardy, you get 1 question. You have to bet all your points. The loser is consigned to the corner of shame, while the winner gets to bask in all the glory of the points they won.
Rubbing it on them like a fat sea lion.
Are you ready? Here
I'm ready.
are the categories. Butt stuff.
Again?
It's always butt stuff.
Thank God.
Okay.
Kids' TV shows.
Ooh.
She might know that.
She may know this one. Sexual football terms.
Just writing that as sexual football.
And that, me too.
Fetishes or metal band.
I'm assuming it's 80s metal band. Yes, go ahead.
Okay, is it 4 or are there 5?
Skin rash or STD.
No,
Oh.
it brings back. Versus STD. Okay.
Okay. Are we Rochambeauing again?
You are Rochambeauing again.
Can we hit on the 3? 1, 2, 3. Oh, rock crushes scissors. Laura gets to go first.
Ooh. Let's see. Let's go with kids' TV shows.
Kids' TV shows. This show starred LeVar Burton.
Oh.
Can I buzz? Like
Not
what is-
yet.
Oh.
You have to give it like 30 seconds.
Can I answer the question already?
Yeah, you can answer whenever you want.
What is Reading Rainbow?
Very good.
Next question. Oh, I gotta give you points. H.
I
I can't believe I remembered that.
anything
Okay.
Things to know,
Okay,
and ways to
go.
grow. A reading
Reading
rainbow.
rainbow.
Reading rainbow, nigga. Reading rainbow.
He was on Star Trek.
This is the worst kids show ever created.
I know that one too.
Ooh. No hints.
No hints.
Well, you okay?
I will live, but I think I beat myself.
Good thing we have a bathroom.
Since we brought this up earlier, what is Rocco's modern life?
No. Heather for the steal.
What is Caillou? Oh, damn it.
The answer is Barney.
Oh, that is bad. That is bad.
That's pretty
Yeah,
bad.
that's pretty bad.
Okay. Third
right.
question in the category is, this is the show that Morgan Freeman got a start on.
I don't know this.
Morgan
Okay,
Freeman.
then. All right, Heather. Morgan Freeman.
What is...
Gotta think back.
Sesame Street?
Ooh, close, but
Is it the electric company?
yes, it is. The electric
Fuck
company.
me.
Oh, bad guess.
God damn it.
Laura, back to you. Choose your category. Choose your poison.
Oh.
Choose it. Choose it good.
I have something written down about sexual football.
Here we go.
Yes.
Sexual football
Sexual
terms.
A sexual talent.
On defense, this is what happens when a defensive end runs through the line. It is a term that they use all the time. It's my favorite term.
I don't know.
Heather?
One more. Could you repeat the question?
This is a defensive term, and it happens when a defensive end runs through the offensive line. Or the offensive, or an
What is a
offensive line.
hard break?
No.
Oh.
Penetrating the gap.
Oh.
That is.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Laura, second question. Julian Edelman's position. Actual position.
Oh, I know this one. I know that's weird, but I actually know this one.
You're putting me on the spot.
Yes. What is Julian Edelman's official position with the New England Patriots? I should have used the other one, but he's retired.
I can't think of it because you're putting me on the spot. My face is getting all red.
There's no one here to watch you except us.
And those water buffalo on TV.
Heather?
What is tight end?
It's 1-1.
I know more than I let on. I just want you guys to know that.
The game of football is usually described with this terminology.
Mm-hmm. This terminology.
Yes.
I don't know what you mean by that.
The game of football is described as this.
Described as
Sexual terms for football.
a sexual term for football?
Yes.
Homosexual?
No. No. Rummy.
A sexual term for
Yeah,
football?
the game of football is known as this.
I have no idea.
It's a game of inches.
Oh, Lord.
Who was the one? You answered last, Heather, so you get to...
I have to pick a subject?
Yes. You get to slur a subject. Let's go.
Where are we down to?
Butt stuff, rash or STD.
Butt
Fetish-
stuff. Always
no.
butt stuff.
Fetishes.
Always butt stuff.
Okay. This inflammation or swelling is often called pink eye.
What do you mean it's always called pink eye? Pink eye's pink eye.
Or
No, there's another name for it.
Motherfucker.
And I can't think what it is.
I don't know. And where's the buzzer?
Oh,
Laura.
give me a second.
gave you 30 of them.
Okay, I'm thinking. I can't think of what it is. I can't think of it, Mike.
Conjunctivitis.
Vitis.
Oh, conjunctive. Oh, yes.
This sex act was used as a form of humiliation and punishment, usually of prisoners, mostly in public. It's also the name of an airline.
Qantas?
No.
What?
That last
Name of
part.
an airline?
Well, part of the airline is, yes.
What?
This sex act was used as a form of humiliation and punishment, usually of prisoners, mostly in public.
Jet blue? What is jet blue?
No, remember the... that's not the nickname of an
What
airline.
is jet blue?
What is Delta?
No,
What is United?
we're not talking about airline.
What is Southwest?
Analingus.
What?
Yeah, this sex act was used as a form of humiliation and punishment, usually of prisoners and mostly in public. They would walk up to prisoners in public that were on the rack
Yeah.
and stick their asses in their face and make them lick their ass.
Oh, well, okay. Yeah, I could see that.
All right. Heather, this is a
Yes.
slang term used to describe any bodily orifice that is open either for or as a result of sexual penetration.
Gaping. What is gaping?
Yes. It is 2-1.
I got that. I got gaping.
Okay.
Gaping for the win.
Rash or STD or band. Or,
Me?
yeah, fetishes or metal band or rash or STD.
Fetishist or metal band?
All right. Encephalum.
What is metal band?
Woo.
Fuck yes. I know more than you people think I do.
Senatex. Senatenks. Senatent.
What
tanks.
is... Hold on.
No cheating.
No, I'm just looking at my category. What is fetish? Damn it. Fuck me.
Laura for the win. Laura for the steal.
What's the category again?
Fetish or metal band.
What is fetish?
No. It was...
I
She said
love when
fetish.
she doesn't pay attention. That's my favorite. She's like, yeah, same thing. Same thing.
All right, back to Heather.
Same thing.
Algolagnia. Algolagnia.
What is fetish? What is it? What is algolagia?
I can't remember.
You don't remember.
I'll have to look it up. I'll look it up in a minute. Here. I had to look up anything that didn't have philia in it. It's also a band. But I was going for the fetish, so.
Okay, that works. It's a band too.
Desire for sexual gratification through inflicting pain on oneself or others, like sadomasochism. Skin rash or STD?
I'm ready. Is it a visual clue?
Yes, it is.
Yes. So excited.
All right, here we go.
Skin rash
One,
or
two.
STD.
All right. Skin rash or STD?
That's interesting.
Yes, I know. I had to look up. It's very difficult looking up these things without getting grossed out.
What is skin rash on that one?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't have the thing up. Hold on. Oh boy. Boing.
Yes.
All right, number 2. Skin rash or STD?
Ooh. I want to guess. You have to guess. Andy, it's your turn.
Oh, it's my turn. That's an STD. What is an STD?
Genital warts, yes. Good call.
Yes.
And for the last question,
Last question.
skin rash or STD?
Oh, what is skin rash?
Yes. Would you like to take a guess at what it is?
That it's not leprosy. It's
No.
So, backstory, Heather tells her stepdaughter that she has leprosy because she has a rash on her arm.
I think it's poison oak, but I tell her it's leprosy.
So she goes to school telling everyone she has leprosy.
That is true. And she still asks me every morning. She pulls up her shirt and says, "How's my leprosy?"
Necrotic.
I mean, it's actually good.
Okay.
I don't know what that was.
Scurvy.
No, scurvy's
Oh,
something different,
No,
isn't it? You
that
get a
was
rash.
scurvy.
You get a rash with scurvy.
Yes, you do. You
Don't
can.
you
Fuck
lose
out.
your teeth and shit?
Yes, you can, and I didn't want to use those because they
Scurvy
were
or meth?
fucking nasty.
Scurvy or
Oh.
meth?
Scurvy or meth.
Scurvy or meth.
That's a new category. Scurvy or meth?
You can get Anna to color a new face
No.
that says
Meth me up, and scurvy me up.
Yes. All right. It is time for Final no budget Jeopardy. Are you guys ready for the
I'm
last
excited.
question?
Yes. Do I have
Are you doing Facebook Live?
Maybe.
Hi.
Hi. Say hi, Michael.
See, my eyes are shiny.
It's because your glasses, Laura.
Hi.
Yes. Hi. See, I'm on the microphone.
Final no budget Jeopardy. This Latino star has admitted that he loves golden showers.
Ooh, let's
Good luck.
I don't know any Latino male stars.
All contestants on Final No Budget Jeopardy don't actually win anything. They are here purely for the amusement of everyone listening and watching.
Am I going to get a hearty handshake at
and
the end
you
of
should
this?
thank them properly.
Am I going to get a hearty handshake and a laurel?
In the case of an actual contest winner getting any sort of prize, we reserve the right to substitute that prize with either a pair of Heather's dirty socks or laundry lint, depending on how generous Heather is feeling.
Ooh, the laundry room's
Now
right
back
over
to
there.
No Budget
Just
Jeopardy
saying.
with Michael
The-
Richard Dawson.
I wash a lot of towels.
The laundry room is right over there.
Latino starts good. Golden showers.
I got this.
This Latino star admitted that they love the golden shower.
Okay.
I got mine.
What do you got, Laura?
Laura, go first.
Who is not Turd Ferguson?
Correct. Technically, that's correct.
Technically, it is correct, but it's not Turd Ferguson.
It's not Turd Ferguson.
Okay, and Heather?
Who is Ricky Ricardo?
Oh.
No.
No, you both lose.
No, we both lose. Who is it?
It is Ricky Martin.
Oh, but is he gay?
Yes.
Isn't he gay?
Yes, he is.
But he likes to be pissed on.
Yes, he is.
Yeah,
He has
no
admitted
accounting
it.
for tastes.
So that is Final No Budget Jeopardy. We don't
You
have a
guys
winner
just
this
saw
week.
Final No Budget Jeopardy here on Cocktails with Heather.
You saw some of it.
With special guest Laura.
Whoever's on the line. Who's there?
And there's Mike. Wave, Mike.
Hey.
Yeah, hello. All right. We've got Robbie, unfortunately. Oh, David's on.
Robbie, unfortunately.
Poor Robbie. He
Who's-
works with me too. That's terrible.
He has his.
Oh, Ryan's mother's on.
Hi, Mrs. Ryan. How are
Ryan's
you?
mother's on with it. Hi. And Dana's
David.
on.
Hi, Dana.
See, she got to see you. And Tiffany Vanderwall from 2030 is on there too.
Woohoo! Hi, Tiffany.
All 5 of you. Yay!
Thank you so much. Hi, David. How are you?
Hi, Dave. Okay, you're not missing a ton.
Yeah.
All
well,
right. Sorry. All right, bye. End of the live video. Okay.
That was very good. So, our drink of the day.
What's our drink of the
Our
day?
drink of the day is alcohol, of course. The SHRUB Down. What's in it?
It's more than a rub down. It's a shrub down. This refreshing yet sweet cocktail is made with Diplomatico Añejo Rum, pisco citrus shrub. What the fuck is
have no
pisco
fucking
citrus
idea.
shrub? What is that? I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what to put in my drink.
Pisco Citrus Shrub. And your favorite.
Coconut water, which is gross in it itself. That's so gross. Coconut water. Then shaken, strained, and served in a large Duralex condom. Oh, no, water glass with a nutmeg garnish. You just kind of shred the nutmeg.
Fucking gross.
Just kind of just get the nutmeg. Get the nutmeg in there. Just a little bit.
Apparently, it's like a mint
Mint, nutmeg, coconut water.
shrub.
Oh, that's so gross.
Bring me a shrubbery.
But this one's slightly higher, so it has a nice bi-level effect with a little path running through it.
The
Are we-
knights who say nay.
We need to do our other final drink of the day, which is the Berry White. What's in the Berry White?
Oh, we missed the Berry White last time because we had the issue with Joe.
Yes.
What's it? Oh, I'm supposed to read that. Motherfuck.
I can read it.
No, hold on. The Berry White.
Cover your
You
left
start
eye.
with Nolet's gin. I don't know what that is, but
Gin.
you should start with that. It's some sort of gin. House-made raspberry shrub. What's up with the fucking shrub again?
No.
Michael, what the fuck?
I told you to
A
bring me
whole shrub? You need a whole shrub
I
for
need
that.
it. I need it. You know, not level, so with a nice little
you
path
could do
in
with
the middle.
raspberry whatever and
Shrub.
Fever Tree Mediterranean tonic to fill. The drink is served over ice in a rocks glass and garnished with white chocolate shavings. Both the berries and white chocolate are a tribute to the late great soul singer.
I like it when you're fucking drunk and you're reading off the recipe and it's fantastic.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because this is horrible. I don't even know how you get a raspberry shrub. Why would you put a whole shrub in a
Not
drink?
just raspberry, not just raspberry shrub. It's a
It's-
house-made raspberry shrub.
So you
How
have
do
to
you do that?
grow it yourself. Like that's all you can do.
That's why I selected the cocktail.
Oh god damn it! Of course you did.
That's a raspberry
Wait.
shrub that's got the leaves and shit on it.
It's a shrubbery.
It's just
I'm Roger the shrubber.
Roger.
Roger.
Bring
the
me
shrubber.
Roger the shrubber.
I design and sell shrubberies.
Yes, I need a shrubbery. Now bring me another one.
But this was slightly higher. Creates a spiral effect.
The path in the middle.
It's a path. A path.
Cut down this tree with a herring. I won't. Come on.
Come on then.
Yes, that is it. That is our wonderful cocktail show.
Yeah, the rub and tug and the berry white and all that
Yes.
stuff. Yes, that's fantastic.
So, and the shrubs.
Shrubbery. I don't even know how you make a drink from a raspberry shrub, but go for it.
Yes.
Go for it. You
And-
do you, boo.
Yes.
You know what? If it gets you drunk, who fucking cares?
Absolutely.
No one cares.
That's right.
Exactly.
It's not
All right.
important.
Was that it?
That is it.
Oh, holy shit, we're done?
We are done.
Oh my god. So I have to take the place and do cocktails.
Get out.
There's a bunch of white people up in here. We're gonna get out to the house.
That's Eddie Murphy. Come into the
out.
house. Oh, I
Forget
love this
about-
place. Get out. I'm getting the fuck out.
Yeah. This is beautiful. We got the chili plate outside. We got nice beautiful. Get out. Too bad we gotta go, baby.
Get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out. Time to go. All
Good
right.
night. Happy
Good night.
Halloween.
Oh, that's right. Walking Dead, Halloween.
Yes.
I don't know where that went. That was my zombie impression.